When converting between the two temperature scales of Fahrenheit and Celsius, it is typical to use one of the conversion equations, like Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 Celsius plus 32, and Celsius is equal to 5/9 parentheses the quantity Fahrenheit minus 32 close parentheses. These are probably the most common forms of this conversion. The problem I have with these conversions, even though they're correct, is that they're kind of hard to remember. I mean, you can remember that there's a 9/5 or 5/9 somewhere thrown in there. There's a plus or minus 32, but where do the parentheses go? Do we multiply first or subtract first? And I can never remember that. So I usually use a different form, which makes use of a couple of different things. First of all, you have to remember that there is a 9/5 thrown in there somewhere, or 5/9. You also have to remember that there are more Fahrenheit numbers for the same range than Celsius numbers. And we can remember that by just remembering a few of the common Fahrenheit and Celsius equivalencies. So 32 Fahrenheit is the same as 0 degrees Celsius. 212 degrees Fahrenheit is the same as 100 Celsius. And so there are more Fahrenheit numbers, almost a 2-to-1, than Celsius numbers. But one of the interesting ones, and this is how I remember the equation, is that negative 40 Fahrenheit is the same as negative 40 Celsius. And with that, we can write down similar sort of conversions that make use of the symmetry. And so we have, again, the 9/5 parentheses Celsius plus 40, and then the whole thing minus 40. But with a similar form, with the 5/9 Fahrenheit plus 40 minus 40. And notice these equations are almost exactly the same. And clearly, if you have negative 40 in here, this, either Celsius or Fahrenheit plus 40 gives you 0. So this whole thing drops out, and you get the negative 40. As one example, let's say I want to know, let's say Fahrenheit 50 degrees, what is Celsius? All we would do is do 5/9 times 50 degrees plus 40 minus 40. And then when you calculate this gives us 10 degrees Celsius. So we can use this, these, and I find that this particular form is easier to remember, and it comes with kind of the interesting observation that negative 40 is the same in both.